When I think of fall time, I think of apples. Better yet, warm spiced apples. Stay tuned for a vegan and gluten-free version of an all-time favorite dish. Hi, my name is Katrina. Welcome to the Organixx channel, where together we create health and vitality in the kitchen, one recipe at a time. Today, we're going to be making a vegan, gluten-free apple crisp. Begin by taking 6 of your favorite type of apples. I'm going to use Granny Smith because they add a nice tartness to our crisp. Now, if you are using organic apples, you really don't have to remove the peel unless you want to, if that's your preference. Estimate where the core is on the apple and then using your finger as a guide, slice right down. See that? That's really nice. And then do that to the other side, again using your finger right about where you think the core might be until you're left with this. And then slice these sides as well, right around the core. Place your apple with the flat side down and then make your slices. Turn them around and then make them this way as well. Till you have nice chunks. This is perfect. I'm not making slices, I'm making chunks. That's a lot of apples. Once you have all of your apples chopped, put them into a large mixing bowl. Now we're ready to add 2 tablespoons of your preferred sweetener. I'm going to use coconut sugar, which actually can reduce the symptoms of depression and anxiety, leading to more stable moods. Next, add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, which can actually reduce your risk of heart disease. Last, we have 1.5 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice. That ended up being just about 1/2 of a lemon. And when I do it, I like to cut slices right here through the fruit and then squeeze the juice right between my fingers so that you can catch any of the seeds. Stir everything up really well. You want to coat your apples with the cinnamon and the coconut sugar and the lemon juice. Set your apples aside and then grease an 8x8 baking dish with coconut oil. I just like to stick my fingers right in there and spread it all around, all on the bottom, all on the sides, always making sure to get the corners. Now that your baking dish is all greased, add your apples. Spread them out evenly and then set them aside. This might be a little bit much for this dish, so I might just take just a little bit out. It just depends on the size of your apples. Press them down. That looks perfect. Set this aside and then we're going to make the topping. In your mixing bowl, add 1 cup of coconut sugar. Now what I love about coconut sugar is that it actually takes your body a longer time to process it. So that gives you more sustained energy over a longer period of time. Now if you're watching your sugar intake, you could absolutely substitute this with 1 cup of Lakanto, which is a blend of erythritol and monk fruit extract. Next, add 3/4 cup of gluten-free old-fashioned oats, which is great for reducing your cholesterol levels. 3/4 of a cup of gluten-free flour. Now this flour that I'm using is actually made up of brown rice and white rice flour. And I will have a link down below so that you can see exactly which flour I'm using. Next we have 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Do you know, I just read that just the scent of cinnamon can help improve your brain function. Isn't that fantastic? Just the scent. 1 pinch or 2 of pink Himalayan salt or sea salt. 2 capsules of Organixx 7M, which is a powerful blend of fermented medicinal mushrooms that's excellent for the health of your immune system. Just take your capsules and open them right up and pour the insides into your bowl. Last to our topping, we have 1/2 cup of coconut oil, which is a really great fat for giving you sustained energy. It's also going to help bind all of these ingredients together, and it's a substitute for butter, really, since this is a vegan recipe. Go ahead and mix that all up. Just depending on your temperature outside, your coconut oil might be a little bit softer than mine is now, or it might be a little bit harder, so you might need to actually take some knives and cut it in, or using one of those pastry cutters. I'm finding it easiest just to use my hands. Besides the fact I like to get my hands dirty, this is just easier for me, and then you can just break up the coconut oil and mix everything together really nicely. When your topping has a nice crumble, add it over top of your apples. And you're going to want to flatten it down just a bit and then spread it out evenly. And now we're ready to put it in the oven. You want to put it in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 40 to 50 minutes until it gets nice and golden brown and bubbly. I just removed the apple crisp from the oven, and I'm going to let it cool for just a bit before I serve it up. Let's give this apple crisp a taste. All of my kids are doing their homework, so I'm actually just going to keep them there. And you're just gonna have to have just me taste today. No cute kids, sorry. You know, when you use coconut sugar, things don't get quite as sweet, and it's really nice. It almost has like a caramel flavor. And I also probably cooked mine just a little bit too long. I would err on the side of cooking it less so that your apples can stay crisp. Otherwise, they'll get a little bit soggy like mine did, but it's a delicious flavor. Thanks for joining me today. Your feedback is important to us. There's a comment section below to leave your thoughts and ideas. And if you enjoyed today's recipe, subscribe to our channel so you can receive a new recipe each week.